Previously, Lai Wuti went to the Lai Mausoleum with Tianming. Upon entering, they first saw a mountain called Xingxiao Mountain, the tombstone of their Lai Saint clan's founding ancestor, Lai Xingxiao. Tianming was amazed as he cannot believe that a mountain as high as the cloud is a tombstone. As per Lai Wuti, Xingxiao is the person to have been afflicted with lifespan. At that, there was no cure. However, his terrifying power allowed him to cultivate with his life-bane-ridden body and last 50 years without dying. In the end, he finally found the technique to cure it. His body returned to how it was when he was 15, and from then on, he soared through the ranks and defeated countless champions. After that, he founded the Grand Orient sect in the then chaotic Grand Orient realm and dominated the realm. Not only was he the strongest man in the whole realm back then, but also the strongest cultivator in their Grand Orient sects in their Grand Orient sect's history. Legend says that he ultimately broke through to the Empyrean Saiyan realm. Upon listening to his history, Tianming believes that the founding ancestor, Lai Xingxiao, is certainly one of the entire Lai Saint clan aspires to become. Wuti continued walking and invited Tianming to follow to show him the old crook's tombstone to drink. He stated that this one was the greediest out of them all, and the majority of his inventory is offered to him. Below the mountain is a large cave, and this is where Tianming and Wuti pass. Tianming's eyes were rounded after they passed by a beast. A beast instantly stared at Tianming with a fierce look, and there was some lightning on its body. Tianming and Wuti are standing in front of this beast, and Tianming was surprised about how massive the beast's entire body is bound by miasma. He also knew that this lifebound beast was owned by Wuti. According to Wuti, this is the legendary lifebound beast of their bloodline, the Voided Kunpeng. Tianming corrected him that it might be a Voided Kunpeng. But then, Wuti said that Voided with N stands for void and wounded. Tianming feels pity for Wuti's lifebound beast, to have been awakened to this state. Like Lai Wuti, it's also suffering from the torture of the venom drake spike and struggling to survive. They both then continued walking, and Tianming predicted that the cave was perhaps going to lead them to the mountaintop. According to Wuti, the remains of their ancestors rest at the top of every single mountain here. In the mountain beside them is the tomb of their second ancestor, Lai Xing. He was the son of Lin Xingxiao. His bane rings were blood-colored bane rings, which gave him the ability to blood morph. When they finally arrived at the tomb of Lai ancestors, Wuti ordered Tianming to quickly put the wine down and pay respect to their ancestors. The tomb is surrounded with a golden light, and they then put their offerings in front of the tomb. Tianming then kneeled while Wuti was just standing behind him. Founding ancestor, your descendants Lai. Tianming pays his respects. Here are my no towns, Wuti uttered. Wuti doesn't have a son of his own, but for him, he is quite satisfied with Tianming. He mentioned that he saw Tianming defeat Lai Ling, and he can tell that Tianming really knows what he was doing. He believes that Tianming is a talent of his level. Based on Tianming's bone structure, the shape of the back of his head and pelvis, Wuti can tell that Tianming has a talent for cultivation. Tianming feels awkward while listening to him. Wuti said that since fate has brought them together as father and son, he shall give Tianming a pointers. From now on, he wanted that Tianming will train here in the ancestral grounds. As Tianming's father, he will slowly unveil the astounding depths of the Lai Sang clan to Tianming. Are you ready, immortal? He asked. I'm ready, please begin. Tianming confidently answered while thinking that this mausoleum does have a secret. Good. Now, piss on the tombstone. This old crook has a refined taste, you see? He loves virgin pee. Wuti ordered, which made Tianming annoyed and told Wuti to be serious. Wuti is wearing a wide smile on his face, and he was holding one of the wines and throwing it in front of Lai Xingxiao's tomb. Lai Xingxiao, you stinking crook. Toying with me, ha. I brought my son here, but you still won't give me a face. Fine. I'll make sure you die drinking. Oh, wait. You're already dead. Please drink less, my ancestor. I don't have much left. Wuti uttered in front of Lai Xingxiao's tomb. Unexpectedly, a bright light appeared and the tombstone turned white, causing Tianming to be surprised, especially when it's not simply turning white. More accurately, it's turning into a tombstone that embodies spiritual energy. Tianming feels like the spiritual energy that radiating from this tombstone is 10,000 times more powerful than that of the flame yellow rock. He concludes that if he will cultivate here, the result will be heaven-defying. According to Wuti, this tombstone has white heavenly patterns and saintly heavenly patterns. It's Tianming's first time seeing a high-level heavenly pattern, and Wuti warned him that it's terrifying. Tianming was confused about how Wuti discovered that pouring wine here with the founding ancestor's tombstone changes, and as per Wuti, he has been drinking here for more than 15 years now. and as far as he knows, no one else knows. He stated that the tombstone was personally made by their founding ancestor during his time. Nobody else in the 10,000-year history of the Grand Orient realm has the craftsmanship to inscribe 81 saintly heavenly patterns into spirit ores. In fact, it's not just this tombstone that can be activated by splashing wine. The other top ancestors will also reveal their secrets in the same manner. In other words, they're alcoholics even after death. Is it okay for you to tell me a revelation of this magnitude just like this? Tianming suddenly asked. He was worried because they had just met, and in his mind, Woody was only forced to tell about this. What else would I do? Tianming, the world is huge. Since you of all the people came to become the junior sect master, it means we're bound by fate. Woody answered. For him, fate is the ultimate law of the world. He said that sometimes they cannot just judge the people with just one glance. Perhaps he senses that Tianming thinks he's not worthy to be his father, but Woody knew from the first time he saw Tianming that Tianming is worthy. Tianming explained to him that he didn't see that Woody was unfit. It's just that he cannot acknowledge anyone as his father right away. He was planning to only decide based on Woody's behavior. Go now, let these old crooks protect you. Let's see if your fate is intertwined with them. Woody stated. Tianming casually answered yes and called out his 2 life-bound beasts to begin their cultivation. After Ying Huo and Miao Miao came to the tombstone, they both were also shocked to witness such powerful heavenly patterns. They immediately start and plan to convert spiritual energy into beast kai using the Eternal Infernal Codex. They both feels amazed by it, and all of a sudden, Ying Huo ordered Miao Miao to stop jumping around so much since he was scratched by this cat. Woody on the other side was drinking his wine and advised Tianming to do his best. It seems like that old thing has taken a liking to you, he uttered. He then walked away while believing that they still have hope for the future with Tianming. At this time, he was motivated to continue his own cultivation. With his fierce look, he removed his cloth and it can clearly see that there's a spike that was struck on his breast. A red flame appeared as he began his cultivation. Woody grits his teeth while he suffers in agony. He held his chest, and there was blood appearing from him, together with a lightning in the sky. It's been 14 years. For 14 years he has been cultivating at the brink of death. He has stepped on the line between life and death countless times. He crossed the Yellow Springs and the Bridge of Helplessness. He has seen demons, and he has seen gods. He still has a grudge against Yuan Teiji for making him suffer like this for 14 years without knowing that he's not afraid of death at all. He bet Yuan Teiji also didn't know that he was engaging in vein-severing cultivation. The affliction of the Lai Saint clan depends on no heaven, prays to no god, and fears no demon. All they believe in is their will and spirit. Ying Huo felt a sudden commotion and he was confused about where it was coming from. But then, Tianming ordered him to ignore it and focus on cultivating. 4 days later, Tianming finally reached the 9th level spirit source. The other 3 bloodlines will arrive tomorrow, so he decided to return and prepare for the 3 bloodlines' arrival. Tianming directly went to Linger and King Wu, and he proudly informed them that he made a breakthrough. At this point, he also noticed that King Yu is a lot more cheerful, so she concludes that both these ladies are getting along well. Last time, Brother Tianming was able to defeat Lai Ling with the help of Linger's spiritual attachment. Now, I'm afraid even though I'm not your match now, King Yu uttered. Tianming then told her not to be discouraged since Tianming is already 20 while King Yu is only 15. He believes that King Yu has a bright future, and for Tianming, it's only reasonable for him to work hard and catch up. For King Wu, the reason why Tianming's stage isn't high is because it hasn't been too long since he started his cultivation. Tianming at this time told King Wu to address him as Big Brother. Tianming doesn't have a sister of his own, so he'll regard King Wu as such from now on. Tianming admired how reliable King Wu is, and she believes that King Wu would also be happy with him as her brother. Linger and King Wu looked at each other, and King Wu shyly asked a favor that she wanted to hug Miao Miao. Ying Huo was envious and said that he was cute too, so King Wu could hug him for free. Tianming was dumbfounded to realize that King Wu was lively just because of the cat. He then gave permission to King Wu, and King Wu and Linger were enjoying the cat. Young Huo felt sad as he also wanted these girls to hug him. But then, both of the girls just ignored him. When the night comes, Tianming is holding the thing that Mu Yang gave him way back in the heavenly sanctum. And tonight, he decided to open it up. He was wondering all along what Mu Yang gave him, and this time is the time that he is gonna find it out. The box has a name which is Archfiend, so Tianming concludes that it's probably a demonic bestial weapon. Upon opening it, a shining bright appeared and discovered that the thing inside was a black chain. Tianming was amazed by looking at it. There are spikes across the entire chain. If such a chain struck an enemy, one pull would probably rip their flesh out. No wonder why it's called an Archfiend. It's a lot more terrifying than the blazing dragon chain blade that also Mu Yang gave to Tianming. When Tianming tried it on a tree, the chain was extremely powerful. Tianming also noticed that this chain has a special effect too. For a moment, he saw an illusion. He tried it once more, and now he confirmed that it really has a special effect. When it's used, it can affect the opponent's mind. It's as if this chain was made just to be used with his bewildering eye. Combining those with his soulless 7 howls, he believes that it's gonna be a terrifying attack. Because of excitement, he decided to practice using this chain as he waited for the 3 bloodlines' arrival tomorrow. The next day, Tianming went to the Kunpeng Sacred Hall together with King Wu. As per the old lady, people from the 3 bloodlines will be arriving soon. She advises them that they should not worry too much. Yesterday, she visited the sect to discuss Tianming's pentabane with the council elder, Yi King. Jingwu stated that Yi King will come by today to watch. Tianming boldly assimilated the Kunpeng sacred seal, forcing the 3 bloodlines to a dead end. Tianming was confident about how to resolve everything later. He knows that he has to prove his identity as a pentabane to Elder Yi King. As long as he does, he'll be safe. Jingwu mentioned that currently, none of the members of the Lai Saint clan can enter the Council of Elders. That's why, the 3 bloodlines will have to obey whatever Elder Yi King says. Tianming was glad that someone from the Council of Elders was willing to help the Lai Saint clan. As per Jingwu, Tianming just needs to show his talent just like the last time. As long as he will prove his identity as a pentabane, Jingwu believes that Tianming's seat as a junior master will be secured. She also said that the 3 bloodlines have many capable youths. It won't be worth fighting against them if Tianming will get hurt as per Jingwu. Tianming asked for more information about the 3 bloodlines, and Jingwu said that the Lai Saint clan has 4 bloodlines, 4 patriarchs, and 28 branch heads. 10,000 years ago, each of them would be amazing figures. But then 10,000 years later, not a single one of them is in the Council of Elders. So far, among the 4 bloodlines, the metal bloodlines have managed to preserve themselves the best. Ever since Lai Wudi gave up on managing the clan, the affairs and disputes were all handled by the 2nd patriarch Lai Xuanyi. Lai Xuanyi is now the strongest person in the entire Lai Saint clan. As someone in the Saint realm, he is the last bastion of prestige for the clan. The other branch head followed his lead. As such, Lai Xuanyi will be the one leading the other branch heads here. Tianming got that Lai Xuanyi desires the sacred seal the most to enter the Lai mausoleum. While they were talking, someone shouted at them in anger. When they turned around, they saw that the 3 bloodlines had arrived. The 3 bloodlines wanted to hold a sacred assembly to decide who would become the junior sect master. But then, an older man was mad and accused Jingwu of doing something foolish. Judging by his imposing manner, Tianming believes that this guy is like Xuanyi. Then why don't you tell me what foolish thing I've done? Jingwu asked. According to Xuanyi, Jingwu picked up an outsider and called him Lai Wudi's son, then announced he'll be the junior sect master. Xuanyi believes that Lai Wudi doesn't have a son of his own, and doesn't seem like he'll last much longer. He believes that picking the junior sect master is a matter of utmost importance for their clan. He said that Jingwu selfishly appointed her own. While the 3 bloodlines were discussing a fitting candidate among themselves. The youth from these 3 bloodlines were protesting and were mad at Jingwu as they know that Jingyi doesn't have the authority to appoint someone to be a junior sect master by herself. Like Xuanyi ordered Jingwu to hand over the Kunpeng sacred seal to them. He stated that as long as they'll pass it down to a talented descendant, there's still hope for their clan to rise again. You make it sound so justified. Your son Lai Xuanchen is the disciple of Yuan Taiji and the strongest youth in our clan. You're obviously doing this for your son. Is everyone else agreeing to this? Jingwu answered. But then, the people disagreed with Jingwu's statement. They believe that even if their sons cannot compete with Lai Xuanchen this time, there's still a chance their grandson and descendants down the line can. They also conclude that if the seal stays with the apex branch, they will have no chance at all. They even advised Jingwu not to make the bogus claim that someone outsider is a pentabane. Who said that my pentabane is fake? Did those of the 7 starry wind branches not tell you how I defeated Lai Ling? Tianming suddenly screamed. Xuanyi then said that they are not as foolish as those from the 7 starry wind branches. We won't be easily fooled. Don't test your luck and go against us for a small benefit like that. He added. He also declared that the consequences of standing against them will die a horrible death. He glared at Tianming and believed that this murderous glare from him would scare Tianming. Tianming dramatically yawned. You all just want your sons to fight me, right? I stayed up last night, so I'm in a rush to sleep. Hurry up and tell your sons go bring it on. After I defeat them, I'm gonna go to sleep. Tianming uttered. Everyone was mad at Tianming and called him a mannerless kid. and Xuanyi was annoyed that his glare didn't even scare Tianming even a bit. A lady suddenly spoke and told them all to calm their anger. She said that she'll make Tianming understand the consequences of impersonating someone from the Apex branch. This lady is Lai Chiling, and Tianming was surprised that he faced a daughter instead of a son. He was also confused why the lady is using an umbrella inside the hall. You stinky bastard. I'll make you stop laughing soon. Lai Qingyu, your ill-fated life is a perfect match for your foul brother, Chiling stated. And Qingyu only glanced at her angrily. As per Jiang Feiling, Chiling has always bullied Qingyu. She was attached to Qingyu's body before, so she knows that Chiling is the person Qingyu hated the most. Make sure to teach her a lesson, brother, she stated. Babe, it's over for you. If Linger says something herself, then things become serious. Because I need to go all out to fulfill my wife's request, Tianming uttered. They went outside the hall and faced each other. You dared to taint our Lai Saint clan ancestors' blood essence. The only ending for you is death, Chiling stated. And Tianming was annoyed that the lady was talking more. Chiling then summoned her Crimson Flame Sunderer and Ninefold Aqua Shield. While looking at it, Tianming knows that these weapons are a fire-type sword and a water-type shield. He now agreed that Chiling really is stronger than those guys he fought before. Chiling summoned her Crimson Flame, Azure Sea Kunpeng, and it's flaming fabulously with a scary aura. Yinghuo then comes out and Linger activates the wings for Tianming. Yinghuo suggested letting Miao Miao fight and help them, but then Tianming said that Miao Miao should sleep for a bit. With a perfect smile on her face, Chiling then rushed to Tianming together with her life-bound beast, and this Azure Sea Kunpeng blew a crimson flame meteor. Yinghuo laughed, and he didn't feel scared by the flame since he is an eternal Inferno Phoenix. Tianming activates Infernal Armor and the flame armor covers Tianming. After the crimson flame meteor, Tianming was still completely fine, causing Chiling to be shocked. She activates her crimson flame field and was planning to fight using her specialty, which is close-range fighting. They all then rushed to each other and started attacking. The crowd was jaw-dropping upon witnessing that Tianming isn't losing to Chiling even in a close-range battle. Jingyu on the other side smiled as was having fun watching the duel. Tianming kicked Chiling from above to hit her at the spatial wall behind. The Kunpeng blew some flame, but Yinghuo remained fine and still capable of defeating the Kunpeng by normally punching it. Chiling is already wounded and grits her teeth while looking at her companion beast being beaten by Yinghuo. To her surprise, Tianming rushed to her and showed her the bewildering eye. Chiling then saw an illusion that something tied her up and there was something she was sucking. Tianming was shocked when he discovered that this is what Chiling used to imagine. She concludes that this lady is a pervert. Without wasting more time, Tianming grips into his new chain and decides to try the chain technique he has been practicing all night. He hit Chiling in the butt using this chain. Chiling keeps moaning and everyone hears it and feels shameful for her. Some also know that Tianming's chain has an illusion effect. In the end, Chiling was defeated by Tianming and she already lost her combat power. Tianming then told her to stop making moves on the sacred seal. He declared to everyone that he had already assimilated the Kunpeng sacred seal, visited the Lai mausoleum, and paid his respects to the ancestors. If you are unwilling to accept it, then fight me, he confidently said. The youth was annoyed at his behavior, and someone said that he cannot accept Tianming. It was Lai Chenlei who vowed that he will end Tianming on this day. He wanted to kill Tianming for annihilating the sacred seal without their permission. There's something flaming in his mouth and he was holding a long sword. Nice, it'll be you. I'll start by sending your teeth flying, Tianming uttered. He then ordered Yinghuo to rest for now as he will test Miao Miao's new ability. Yinghuo then went to Qingyu and vowed that he will protect the lady. My lady, do you find me exciting? Yinghuo asked. Very, my handsome chicken. And Qingyu answered. However, Tianming is more handsome than her. Yinghuo was annoyed and believed that Qingyu and Linger were too blind for them to be immune to his boundless charm and complex personality. When Chenlei saw that Yinghuo left, he thought that Tianming was not going to fight with his life-bound beast. But then, Tianming summoned Miao Miao and told him that he will play with another life-bound beast. Up until this matter, Miao Miao is still sleeping peacefully without knowing that it'll be his turn to fight. The crowd was so noisy upon knowing that Tianming is indeed a twin beastmaster. They were confused about what Tianming intended for letting his life-bound beast fight separately. Some also makes fun of him for having a chicken and a cat as his life-bound beast. They even joke around that Tianming is a part of a theatrical troupe. Chenlei was annoyed with how Tianming delivered his words. He then summoned his Sky Thunder Yin Water Kunpeng, and his intention is to kill Tianming with his own hands. Tianming immediately woke up Miao Miao and informed him that it's time for them both to fight. Miao Miao declined as he felt tired and wanted to rest more, so Tianming was forced to do something bad. He flicked Miao Miao's balls and Miao Miao felt a severe pain which forced him to wake up. Miao Miao roared and the purple flame then appeared and he became a devil monarch wild soul. Upon seeing it, Chenlei was dumbfounded and his curiosity made him think about what kind of life-bound beast this cat is. If Miao Miao can defeat their enemy, Tianming is willing to let him sleep for 3 days in a row. Without any words, Miao Miao immediately rushed to the enemy and Tianming was riding above him, and they flew to fight against the opponent. While they are above, their powerful force can be seen. Miao Miao bumped the Thunder Sky Yin Water Kunpeng with a great force. At this point, the strength of Miao Miao's powerful body is definitely far stronger than the beast of its rank after transforming. Tianming can't even count Miao Miao's learning bestial arts, so he'll just have him rely on his powerful and lightning source to fight. Now, the people witness that this cat is much fiercer than the chicken. Miao Miao is as if he's venting his anger. Chenlei now realized that facing Tianming is really difficult to deal with. But then, he believes that Tianming's beast cannot go underwater, so he immediately dives and challenges Tianming to come and attack them. This scene brings Tianming back to his past memories. He chuckled while questioning himself if all the geniuses really go in the water when they cannot beat their opponent. He then ordered Miao Miao to attack their opponent, and Miao Miao blows a lightning strike. Chenlei is too calm as he was confident facing Miao Miao because he is also a lightning type. Miao Miao strikes an attack using the Chaos Lightning Ball, causing Chenlei to be frightened since this is the first time he saw this black-colored lightning that looks powerful. He screamed, ordering his Kunpeng to dodge, but still, they were hit by the lightning ball. As per Tianming, dodging is not possible. This entire area will be engulfed. The lightning strike continued and Chenlei was screaming in agony as he and his life-bound beast was electrocuted. Miao Miao, go down and catch fish. I'll wait for you up here, Tianming demanded. Miao Miao loves catching fish, so he immediately dives into the water and rushed to Chenlei, who is now wounded. Upon seeing Miao Miao, Chenlei felt scared and immediately ran away together with his Kunpeng. Tianming grips into his sword and casts the Demise of Earthquaker into the water. It was going towards Chenlei, and Chenlei was electrocuted by it once more. He screamed in pain, and after the lightning strike, he lay on the ground while his Kunpeng was being attacked by Miao Miao. At this point, he already accepted that Tianming is much stronger than him. The youth also accept that Tianming is really capable, and is completely overpowered compared to Lai Chenlei. While Lai Chenlei did nothing but shriek. Who'd like to fight now? Tianming asked. And up until this point, there was someone who still wanted to defeat Lai Tianming. He said that Tianming should get to him first before becoming a junior sect master. This man was flaming all over his body, and he was staring at Tianming with a fierce look. Tianming slightly smiled and asked about his identity. The boy smirked and said that he's like Xuanchen of the Metal Bloodline, a 16-year-old kid, and is now at the 6th stage of unity. His master is no other than Yuan Taiji, the person who betrayed Lai Wudi. Am I enough to be your opponent? He asked, and Tianming realized that he was now facing the top genius of the Lai Saint clan. The two of his opponents before Xuanchen are just small fries for him, but this time, Xuanchen is 6 realms above him. That surpasses his limit. What do you think, Lai Tianming? If you fear death, you may hide in your shell like a tortoise, Xuanchen uttered. He even said that hiding is what Lai Wudi is doing right now. Hiding in the mausoleum like the tortoise he is. Like father, like son, I suppose. I wonder if a new tortoise will be born, he added. The crowd laughed so hard and made fun of Tianming because of what Xuanchen said. Tianming was emotionless while thinking that Xuanchen is 100 times stronger than Lin Xiaoding. He believes that even if Lin Xiaoding entered Heaven's Elysium, he would have been at the bottom. Jingwu approached Tianming together with King Wu to tell him that Xuanchen is provoking him to fight. Tianming, it's not necessary. It'll take far more than a pentabane for a spirit source beastmaster to defeat one at the 6th stage of unity. That's nothing short of a miracle. A pentabane still has its limit. It doesn't make you omnipotent. You've already proved yourself as the pentabane, Yingju stated. Tianming then told her that she should not worry as already understands everything. Although it'll be difficult for him to defeat Xuanchen, he believes that it will not be easy for Xuanchen to defeat him either. This concerns so much of his honor. Xuanchen smiled as he thought that Tianming felt scared of him. Tianming then also smiled at him and challenged him to come to defeat him. Who have I, Lai Tianming, ever feared? Let's get this done, Tianming answered. You said it yourself, Xu Wenchen uttered and rushed to Tianming at a fast speed. He tried to punch Tianming, and despite that he's too fast, Tianming still managed to catch his hand. When both of their hands collided, it created a big explosion which made both of them flew away. Both of them held onto the ground while their feet were sliding. As what Tian already expected, Xu Wenchen is really a strong one. One experimental punch from him was able to injure Tianming's black arm. Xu Wenchen's mood changes abruptly since he was confused why Tianming's arm wasn't crippled by his punch. Instead, his hand was bleeding from the impact. Is that the extent of what someone at the 6th level of unity can do? Tianming asked. He can't forget about the insults coming from Xu Wenchen. These people usually have unexpected effects. This time, he also insulted Xu Wenchen's master, Yuan Teiji. He said that Teiji isn't that strong, and him, decided as the strongest in the Lai Saint clan, was decided by feet or something. Because of what Tianming said, Xu Wenchen was trembling in anger. He grits his teeth and decides to continue to battle. Linger suddenly speaks and she advises Tianming to stop fighting for now since she already used all of her power to take on the punch that was dealt by Xu Wenchen. Xu Wenchen is not using his lifebound beast, and Linger believes that if Linger will go all out, they probably wouldn't be able to fight back. Ying Huo went to Tianming and offered some help. Tianming's plan is not to fight against Xu Wenchen for real. He has more than enough means. If he cannot win, he will just annoy Xu Wenchen to death. Sure, whatever. Come at me quick. Don't bother relying on petty tricks like surprise attacks. After you did it, I'm fine. But look at you. Doesn't it hurt to injure yourself? Tianming uttered, causing Xu Wenchen to be annoyed more and was greedy to end Tianming's life. Tianming is calmly standing while waiting for Xu Wenchen's attack, and he was together with Ying Huo, fearlessly waiting. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you wish to have another part of this recap, please give us at least 2,000 likes. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Until next time.